Tony Hawk, a veteran of E3, right?
A veteran. Yeah, I guess so. I feel like a comeback of E3, but yeah.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater has been something that we've seen for so many years at E3, and you went away for a little while, and now you're back with a brand new Pro Skater.
Yes.
So, I mean, tell me, after doing this franchise for so many years, and we're going to get to kind of the first look at gameplay, what gets you excited about? Why was this the year you feel like you were finally ready to sort of go back into it? Because I mean, you and Activision have had such a partnership for so many years.
I think, well, because there's a nostalgic element, obviously, but also the time had come with all the new consoles in place, and we did the Peripheral game as well, and
we did,
and we just felt like it was time to bring back that old gameplay, that old control scheme. But in the new environments, in the new technology, and here it is. I'm out of my mind excited, and I've been waiting to. I have all this gameplay that I've been waiting to show people because sometimes I go rogue with my social media.
Yes.
And
but you honored your agreement to.
I did. I honored it up until now, but now it can be
wide
told.
Open. All right. So tell us. I mean, obviously, people know and love the game, and there's things about it that people don't want to change. But tell us. I mean, now that you have the next gen platform, tell us. I mean, what's new about this year's game?
Well, the online mode, we're going to have up to 20 players at a time.
Wow, okay.
Playing from all across the world. You can obviously create your own parks again. We have some of the classic levels like the school here, and we've got the warehouse and some of the favorites and new ones as well. So, and you can see that you have the ability to light things on fire and projectiles if you want. But for the most part, all the button controls are the same that people are used to and that are going to appreciate.
And obviously it's running super fast here. It looks like 60 frames per second, kind of really jamming out.
It's pretty exciting, yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, when you guys get back into doing this thing, how involved are you now? I mean, you're still playing it. I mean, I know you really care about how this thing plays.
I am. Well, I'm working with Robomoto, and we've worked together for a while now. But also, I just play it because I want it to feel like it felt. I want it to look spectacular, but I want the gameplay to feel the same, and I'm so used to how the gameplay did feel through all the series, obviously. So that's what I'm mostly concerned about, and I want the levels to be fun, and obviously I want the soundtrack to be something special because people count on that as well.
That's right. I mean, soundtrack has been such a key part of it. It's interesting now. You see, like Spotify, you can get that on PS4 and set your own soundtrack and stuff. What are you thinking of for music for this one?
Well, we have a lengthy playlist.
Okay.
And one that I'm proud of. I mean, it covers a lot of genres, but still is rooted in skate culture, in punk rock. I think there's still a lot of gems that didn't make it on previous soundtracks that I pushed to have in this one, and they're in there, so I'm excited. And I think there's there's not as much, but almost as much expectation on the soundtrack as the gameplay.
Yeah, and tell us about the gameplay. We obviously see the controls of it in terms of like the story and modes. I mean, how much you've over the years you've done crazy kind of story modes and things like that in Tony Hawk games.
Yeah, well, that's the reason we called it THPS 5 is because it's more along those lines of the 2-minute challenges and the combos and the secret tapes and stuff like that. So that's more the direction of this game. But I feel like our online play is something that people are not expecting at all.
Right. Up to 20 people.
Up to 20 people, yeah.
Wow, that's absolutely insane. Well, it looks really cool. So where are you guys at right now in development of it?
Oh, we're very close.
Okay. Coming soon? Do we know when?
Yeah, I mean, they're not saying the official release date, but it's definitely this year.
Okay.
And I feel like the game is getting refined, and we are very close to the final version.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. All right, well, Jackie, I know you've got a social media question.
Yes, the questions came in real quickly. This one for you, Tony, is what is the soundtrack to the game going to look like? Is it going to be...
That's from @JeffKeighley, right?
Yes. What is the soundtrack going to be like? As good as usual or better?
Well, I hope it's better. Obviously, we can fit more songs on it now.
Yeah.
What can I say? Well, one track that I know is on there that I was hoping for is Plague Vendor, Black Sap Scriptures. Okay. There's one. I can't really give a whole lot out, but go listen to that song. You get a feel for what I'm talking about.
That's gonna be.
All right.
Very, very cool. All right. Well, you got another one, Jackie?
Yeah. The other one said, will there be some old school skaters in the new Tony Hawk?
Good question. Yeah. Who else is going to be in there?
Andrew Reynolds. Andrew Reynolds is the original skater.
Yep.
Most of the skaters are newer, you know,
Yeah.
and like representative of what the skating is nowadays, contemporary skating.
Right.
My son Riley's in it,
gonna say, yeah, Riley's in
which
that.
is super cool, and it's not nepotism. He definitely deserves.
He earns it?
He earns it. He's definitely got his own following as a professional skater, and
Right.
and to be honest, I was surprised that he agreed to do it. You know,
like,
the
your son's
request
hard
did
to
not
book.
come from me. The request came from elsewhere. And I said, hey, they're asking if you want to be in the new game. He's like, yeah, that sounds fun.
Right. Does he have to
Wow.
go through like the motion capture and VO and all that stuff?
Yeah, and body scan and the whole
Right.
deal. Yeah, and it definitely looks like him. He's got the hair and the tattoos, and he looks
Father
younger.
and son can
Doesn't
skate
look, he doesn't
together
look this
online.
old. He
Oh,
looks
stop.
younger.
Come on, father and son can skate alone. Well, it's really cool to see how visually, you know, stunning it is and how fast it is. And I think that's the thing that's like, you know, people that love this is about the precision, the fact that you're at, you know, that high frame rate, allowing people
Yeah.
that fidelity to really kind of, you know, get on the controls. Jackie,
Yeah.
what else are they asking for?
I think that's it. Does anybody in the studio have any questions?
All right.
Can I get a
we have
picture
nothing
later?
more.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's all good. All right. Well, Tony, thanks so much for swinging by.
All right, man.
Great to see
Thank
the
you.
first look at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 coming out
for having me.
sometime later in 2015.
Yes.
And now you can follow Tony on Twitter because it sounds like you're going to have tons of video and footage now that you're free to do whatever you want.
I feel like the gates are open. So,
right.
you know, I may have to hold back a little bit, but I have a lot of stuff that I want to share.
It'll be playable at E3, right? If people want to go and check it out.
It will not for the public.
Okay. Only
No,
for
it'll be-
special
but,
people.
But you just saw it. That's what it looks like, and
It's real, and it's coming soon.
It's coming soon, yeah.
Awesome. All right, Tony Hawk, thank you so much. We've got much more coming up here on Spike or on YouTube.